Hey and welcome back to Sparrow Refashion. My name is Anila and today we are turning some of my favorite fabric scraps into cute Christmas gift pouches. These projects are super beginner friendly, quick and easy to make. And if you like to see more of this type of video, don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and let's begin! Iron your fabric before, during and after sewing. It helps the pieces lie flat and gives a cleaner final result. As a beginner, always choose easy to sew fabrics. My recommendation: cotton, linen and cotton canvas. For more tips for what type of fabrics beginners should choose, you can find on my site sparrowrefashion.com. I will drop the link with this special post about fabrics on my description box. How to avoid mistakes during sewing. That's very important. Always, as a beginner, remember to mark, even as a professional seamstress, always try to mark left sides of your fabrics. This way, you always remember which side is which. It's very important, especially when you are using fabric with similar colors and patterns on left and right side. How to quilt fabric in quick and easy way. Lay your batting flat, place your fabric right side up and cut all the way around, leaving some 1-2 centimeters seam allowances around the fabric. Pin with pins. And so you seam guide for even spacing. Turn and quilt across the other direction. If you want to know more how to quilt fabric, I will leave you a link in the description box. And your quilted fabric is ready to use. If your fabric needs some structure, I recommend to use fusible interfacing with glue. How to use it? It's super easy. Place the glue side to the left side of fabric and press with hot iron. Slowly, don't rush anything. Just press for a few seconds till glue will melt. And voila! Your fabric is firm, crisp and stable, as you see. For reference, you can check the fabrics without and with, soft, crunchy and with fusible. At least you can see the fabric is more firm. Four beginner-friendly ways to make a pattern from any shape. Here as an example will be notebook. First we need to know height, width and depth. And let's start measuring our notebook. Here are some tips. And measure width, length and depth. Optional, you can add some additional ease to your pattern. Easy and quick way to measure book cover width. Open your book flat. Start measuring from the inside edge at about 6 centimeters. On the side, wrap the tape around the cover. Measure all the way to the other side, inside edge, and add another 6 centimeters. Close your book and loosen the tape gently. Open it again to check the natural ease. Loosen the tape gently, and voila! This gives you the perfect final width of your book. And draw your measurements straight on the fabric or on the paper. Super beginner friendly method. Just use ready-made pattern you can download from my site sparrowrefashion.com, where you can find not only patterns but more sewing tips and tricks. Pin your pattern or use weights to keep the pattern in place, and cut out with scissor or rotary cutter. Next method is tracing around the object directly on fabric. Here, for example, place the book or notebook on your fabric and redrive the shape. After you finish, don't forget to add seam allowances and additional ease. And the last one method is molding. It's shaping the fabric around the object. Place your notebook, for example, on left side of the fabric and cover with fabric, like sandwich between two pieces of fabric. Then start molding. After you create some shape around your notebook, it's time to redraw the shape. But it's very important to add some ease and of course seam allowances. And very last step is just cutting your pattern out. Don't forget about your seam allowances and some ease, because it's easier to downsize than upsize, trust me. Final check, and voila, your pattern is ready. And in this case it's book sleeve. Sewing with right sides together, place lining on top of outer fabric and pin all the way around 4 or 3 centimeter gap. Now it's time to trim and clip curves to reduce bulk. And beat difficult and long part, turning right side out through our gap. Carefully push out the corners and edges with a rounded tool so everything turns crisp and neat without risking poking through your fabric. Press flat with iron. From the bottom, mark 9 centimeters. fold in half with left sides together, fold again in half, and mark center. It's totally optional, but you can add Velcro, like me. Pin one of the part of the Velcro to the center we have marked before with pin. And sew with straight stitch, creating envelope shape. Here you have small tip how envelope stitch looks like. And sew it as you see, up, down, and sew it. Now it's time to pin Velcro to our flap. Fold, mark center, and of course pin and sew Velcro exactly the same way. Now it's time for final step. Sew both sides with straight stitch 1 cm from edge. And your mini pouch is ready! Exactly same method you can use to sew clutch or any other size bag you would like to. With right sides together, place the lining and outer fabric together. Then sew with straight stitch the bottom. Press seams flat. Now it's a bit tricky, as you see I make some small mistakes, so learn on my mistake. Open your piece flat with the left side facing up. And with left sides, fold left sides together. Measure and mark 15 centimeters. And again fold, this time with right sides together 15 centimeters. Turn on other side and repeat exactly the same steps. Sew sides and flap, but in the flap leave a 3 centimeters gap. Trim corners. That will prevent your, when you turn fabric right side out, from this nasty bulkiness on sides. And let's turn right side out through our gap. Tuck fabric inside and pin it. Then sew hole flat all the way around, closing the gap. And it's almost ready. You can add some clasps like buttons, snaps, velcro, or other fastenings of your choice, of course. Here you can see the quick tutorial how to attach snaps to your bag. Mark center, in the center, create some small hole with your sharp tool or scissors. And insert your cap piece through these holes we just make. And repeat whole process on the flap. And your small pouches are ready. You can give them as a gift for upcoming Christmas, or you can make them for yourself. Write me in the comment which version of these pouches you will try it yourself. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and see you in the next one. Have a great day!